Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Arapahoe Sports Network. My name is Trey Larson. I'm joined alongside Mason Lanier. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. We are here in Littleton Stadium. It is a beautiful day, just a little bit of wind, 65 degrees. And we got the Warriors taking on the Grandview Wolves, two really good lacrosse programs, especially this season. The Warriors coming into this game at the 4th-ranked team in Colorado. Grandview just a few steps behind at 13th. Mason, what do you got for the game tonight?
Yeah, Trey, to add on to the ranking part, most notably Arapahoe top 50 in the nation. In Grandview, that's where the ranking discrepancy continues, with Grandview being 380th in the nation. So a little discrepancy there, but on to the statistical side of things. Nick Parker, been the engine of this offense, 3 goals a game, leads the team in points with 41 points. And you got obviously Nick Pangborn doing his job in the goal. And Warriors on an 8-game win streak, hoping to continue that today.
All right, we will step away and get the rest of our lineups and then have the national anthem. But again, thank you for joining us here tonight.
For the visiting Wolves, head coach Greg Millinger, assistant coaches Chris Barrows, Ryan Chipman, and Scott Hussey. Coaches for the Warriors, head coach Logan Bobzine, assistant coaches Rocco Romero, Ryan Arthur, and Brian Hancock. Kindly remove your caps, stand and sing proudly our national anthem.
All right, never mind. Mac, I'll tell you later. Peace out. Okay.
Grandview coming into this one, like we said, 6-3. Last game, they lost to Colorado Academy 5-12. Warriors will eventually see Colorado Academy in a week or so. But for Grandview, it's Mason Kelly leading this team, 3 goals a game. He is a D1 commit to Rutgers. Rutgers, a top 25 lacrosse team in the country, so an incredible team to commit to. But yep, Mason Kelly is the engine of this offense, a name you'll hear a lot through tonight's broadcast, and Nick Pangborn will need to be strong in goal.
Got the captains heading out to 50-yard line.
Warriors' last game against Denver South was a away game. They easily took that one 15-3. Dominant performance.
Nick Pangborn runs back into his net. His defenders follow him. Dominic Franks will start on the face-off for the Warriors. Get this one going. Warriors sitting at 8-1 on an 8-game win streak since their loss in week 1 against the Regis Jesuit Raiders.
Yeah, you'll look for this Warrior offense to come out firing early, try to control the net, the X spot that Tyler Napoli does so well. And Trey with a goal early on, that's exactly what we want to see.
And this is what the Warriors do. They get a goal quick, and then they keep building on it. And it's just, once they pull away a couple goals in, there's not much you can do.
Yeah, that's exactly what we saw against Cherokee Trail on Friday. They just completely kept pouring on goals.
Dominic Franks again won the first face-off, sitting at about 50% on the season face-offs. We'll get a hold, and the ball will go in the Wolves' favor.
We've seen the immense improvement from the Warrior defense as the season's progressed, just communicating so much better. Nick Pangborn looks like he has a sun in his face. Wonder if that could be an issue for him early on.
Grandview Wolves, they've got a really good score. He's got the ball right now, number 3, Mason Kelly, committed to Rutgers, top 20 lacrosse D1 college school, so he'll be a threat for the Warriors defense tonight.
Yeah, definitely someone you took a little more time in the film room to study.
Up top with Schultz. And now back to the X. Kelly rounds around the goal, puts it up in top right corner. Nothing Nick Pangborn can do about that one. Really good movement from the Rutgers commit, and they answer. The Wolves answer early. Now 1-1, back even.
Through these 9 games, Pangborn has averaged 5 goals a game allowed.
Franks looked like he couldn't see the ball there. This sun is shining bright. Warriors are able to pick it up. And now in pursuit again, that's Tyler Napoli. And up top to Parker. Parker will slow it down. Get it to Bandel. Only 2 minutes in, 2 goals already scored by the 2 big goal scorers for either team, Mason Kelly and Nick Parker. Landon Wilson gets pushed out to his right.
We've seen the Warriors this season just be patient with their offense, allowing things to open up for them. That's what has allowed them just put the pressure on their offense.
Now Sullivan trying to find something, gets the ball knocked out, picks up his own ground ball. And Wilson to Bandel. Bandel takes the first shot of the drive. That misses. Good save from the keeper, and ball still on the ground, finally able to be scooped up. Pass, though, dropped, and that's going to roll out of bounds, which is now going to be Warrior ball. Michael Bishop in goal for the Wolves.
Shot, good save from Grandview goalie. I believe that's Drew Place.
Napoli doing his best there. Now Barca behind the net. Bandel, big shot, loads it up. Another good save. Ball still on the ground and scooped up by Grandview. Grandview, not great in transition. Nick Pangborn comes all the way up.
Yeah, early on the pass accuracy, it's not been where Grandview's wanted it to be.
Barca with it. Parker out to his right. Wanted that shot, didn't quite have it. Didn't quite have the accuracy on it. Misses high.
It's a tough shot. He kind of spin around a defender just to be greeted by two more.
Yeah, as soon as he came in inside the dashes, he got immediately swarmed. Wow, beautiful pass from Max Bandel. Landon Wilson just sitting wide open in front of the crease.
Yeah, it's Bandel's 11th assist on the season, top 3 on the team.
Grandview now has to answer once again. This time Shane Fox on the face-off, the freshman. 4 minutes in, 3 goals. Warriors have the upper hand now, but a quick face-off won by the Wolves. Never mind, the Warriors get it right back. Colin Milkey to Parker. Parker slows it down, gets it to Naplili behind the net. Now back up top to Mastro. Tyler Napolilli had a good opportunity there, misses left.
Number 3, Tyler Napoli.
Mastro spins, good move. Drops it out of his left. Tried to get it back up to Sandoval. Now we get a whistle. And an offsides is the call.
Warriors dominating the offensive possession early. Grandview just struggling to get the passes and transition to get in the Warrior half.
Napoli spins, and that went off the post, I believe. Now Sullivan, too easy. Can't give him an open net in front of a goalie. He'll make that all day. Sawyer Sullivan. Look at these moves.
Yeah, that's Sullivan's 18th. Good moves just to get around the defender. Wide open net right in front of the goalie. Practically a penalty shot. And he'll sink it 3-1.
Shane Fox again. And Elijah Fronsworth for the Wolves. Ball is loose and then picked up by Grandview. Grandview down too early. Got to answer. They'll slow it down here up top. It's Schultz. Now Abita. Obita down the right lane. Good save, Nick Pangborn. And the ground ball is scooped up. And now going the other way, and it looks like he stepped out of bounds. That was Rylan Wells. But the Warriors actually got a timeout first. Good heads up thinking from Coach Bob Zine there. So we will step aside. Thank you for joining us. 3-1 Grandview looking to answer, but the Warriors come out of the timeout with the ball. Just over half of the quarter played.
After Grandview head coach Greg Millinger was told Arapahoe was awarded the timeout, he had a little discussion with the ref. Looked like he was a little upset, but as we continue, Arapahoe leading 3-1.
Master up top. To his left, loads up a big one. Don't give him his left, that's what they say.
Assisted Warrior goal, number 23, Luke Mastrogiovanni.
And another goal for the Warriors, pounding it on here early. They pull away now with the 3-point lead. Shane Fox once again. Freshman, been a big face-off guy for the Warriors this season. They've got a really good trio between the team. Shane Fox, Griffin Maxwell, and of course Dominic Franks, who takes the bulk of them.
We've seen Arapahoe in the past couple games come out strong in the first half.
That was Garrett Drouse getting picky over there. Comes up with a big play, and now Warriors get the ball right back. Colin Milkey gets it in transition with ease. Tosses it out to Parker. Parker spins around up top. And another one. Warriors loaded it on early. Nick Parker, his second goal.
Yeah, Parker's up to 31 on the season, and Grandview struggling defensively, just can't get a stop, similar to what we saw in the first half of the Cherokee Trail game, Trey.
Yeah, big lead for the Warriors. Warriors with a hard schedule remaining. They've got Denver East on Friday, then Colorado Academy, Rock Canyon, Cherry Creek, and Mountain Vista. Vista and Creek, two of the premier teams in the state.
Creek number 2, because why not?
It's Bergen Schneider rounding around the whole field. And now a timeout is called by Grandview. So once again, we will step away your score 5-1. Grandview will start with the ball coming out of the timeout. They got 4 minutes remaining in this quarter. At the top, that is Abita. Then he'll get it back to Kelly. Kelly makes a man fall and then doesn't get a shot off. Now does. Saved by Pangborn. Finally, Jack Olney scoops up the ball. Warriors in transition. Good job from the D-Midi, Jack Olney. Get that ball out of there, and it's a dangerous situation if you're Nick Pangborn. Good pass over to Sullivan. Sullivan spins and through the legs of Michael Bishop.
Goal number 3,
And
Napoli. Goal number 4, Sawyer Sullivan.
Warriors with 6. Continuing to dominate. And that one was all set up by Jack Olney. Warriors already back again on attack. Nick Parker, how do you do?
Yeah, the Warriors are boiling right now. They cannot be stopped. I mean, I don't know what Grandview has to do, but halftime is not near.
And they
Still
do.
in the first quarter.
They are going to make a change. They pull out Michael Bishop. They're going to put in Drew Place in his place. No pun intended. Drew Place, sophomore, in goal now.
Drew Place leads between the two in saves.
Griffin Maxwell on the face-off. And it is won by the Warriors. Maxwell battling an injury, torn ACL. Nick Parker, another shot. Top right corner for Nick Parker. Warriors just dominating here. 8 goals in the first quarter. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, this is impressive. Warriors 8 goals. Continue to pour it on, and the subs will get a good amount of playtime tonight.
The Bruins beat this Grandview team, I believe, 20-4. So this is a good telltale sign for the Warriors. Piling on goals like this means they have a good chance against the Bruins.
Yeah, like I talked about at the top of the broadcast, the national ranking discrepancy is kind of what you have to look at for lacrosse. Warriors a top 50 team, and Grandview 380th.
Shane Fox didn't even know he had the ball in his stick there. Pangborn to Daughters. The long pole, Alec Daughters goes back to Pangborn, then over to Gilchrist. And Gilchrist with the big throw finds an open man and another one. Tyler Napalili, the assist, all the way back at the 30-yard line from Connor Gilchrist. And 9 goals. And they are sharing the wealth. 5 different goal scorers for the Warriors.
Yeah, I wish we started keeping track of shots on goal, because I'd be curious to see shots on goal versus, obviously, the 9 goals that we have.
We might have 11 shots on goal.
Yeah, it's got to be
and 9
something
makes. I mean,
close. Shot percentage is nice for this game.
again, this is the first quarter. 9-1, 9 goals scored in a matter of 10 minutes.
There's still 2 minutes left. That's still a good amount of time here. Warriors just continuing to control offensive possession. Grandview has not seen, I feel like, a solid offensive possession in a while.
Warriors tried to play that a little too fast there, and they do lose possession. Oh, but a good defense there from Sullivan. He blocks the pass, and he was able to pick it up. Ball on the ground, finally picked up by the long stick. Back out, Parker got it. And Parker now has it controlled. Looking for Napalili, another missed pass between those two. Napalili able to keep it in bounds. Good play from the junior, from the Bryant commit. Nicholson tries to scoop it. And finally, Trevor Bach able to control it. Grandview going quickly the other way. Shot too high. Possession stays with the Wolves. Jack Cole in the end zone. Going left. Tried to find Callan up top. That pass misses. Now Will Oliver with it down the right lane. Oliver immediately attacked by Darren Fukuhara. And now the Warriors the other way. They have a chance here, get it to double digits before the end of this first quarter. Napalili. Napalili spins. 40 seconds. Over to Sullivan. Sullivan up top to Bandel. "20 seconds. Gavin Barca comes on. And now got a whistle called on, I'm not even sure who. Ref pointed at Coach Bob Zine, but hard to believe Bob Zine would get a call. Now Grandview going the other way. 4 seconds here. Warriors trying to get the last second shot off, and Darren Fukuhara does not have the opportunity to shoot it. But what a first quarter, man. The Warriors absolutely dominating from the get-go. They got that first goal. The Wolves tied it up, and then since then an 8-0 run in that 11 minutes of the quarter. The Grandview scored it within the first minute of that quarter. So a remarkable first quarter. We will take a break, but thank you for joining us. "12 more minutes in this first half. Who knows where the Warriors could get this score to. Dominic Franks wins the face-off with ease. Now Nick Parker with it. Parker gets tripped up by the turf monster. Over to Napalili. Napoli spins with his left hand. Misses left. Didn't quite get the power he would have wanted on that shot. So where Sullivan rounds around the net, then spins back. Finds Napalili. And Parker loads up a big one. And double digits for the Warriors.
30 seconds in, and 10-1, Bo Nix enjoying the game. Nick already with a hat trick on the night.
Shout out Nick Parker, man. I mean, he is a legit lacrosse player.
Yeah, 32 goals on the season.
And he's bordering He's at 92 goals right now, almost to that 100 mark in his high school career for the Warriors. And what's even crazier about that is just in 3 seasons. He didn't play his freshman year, or at least he was not on varsity. So 100 varsity goals he's approaching.
Yeah, and he's at about 60% on the shot percentage. By the time this game's over, I imagine that will go up.
Nick Pangborn going all the way up. And a whistle and something called on the Wolves. Good defense by the Warriors. Ball on the ground. Sawyer Sullivan trying to get it. And he is unable to. Now going the other way. The Wolves. At the top, that's Schultz going down the right lane. Schultz spins back and then gets it to Abita. Wolves got to start putting shots on the net. That one, not good, but they get their own.
Yeah, Pingboard just couldn't get the cover on it, allowing Grandview just to scoop it up and easily pop it right over him.
Yeah, Jack Callan, the goal scorer.
Goal number 2, Jack Callan.
Trey, when did we have 2 goals? Or 1 mark in the first quarter? What, 10 minutes in the, or?
I don't know. That's a good question. Probably 10 minutes. So. Jay Sandoval fighting for it. No, Shane, excuse me. Shane Fox. Believe it or not, 39 and 20 actually look quite similar from up here. Drew Place still in net for the Wolves. Now the Wolves going the other way quickly. The long stick. And then we get a timeout from Black from Grandview. So once again, we will step away. Back here, the 10-2 lead for the Warriors. Grandview getting a goal early in this second quarter. That's Kelly. Kelly tries to get a shot off. He was being guarded well. Still got a good look there. Warriors in transition. Big hit. We got an injury timeout here. That was Rylan Wells. He took the big hit. He's on the floor at around the 23-yard line. Looks like a leg injury of some sort. We're going to step aside. Glad to see him able to walk off with his own power. Definitely limping on that left leg. Rylan Wells, been a key factor at D-Midi for the Warriors this season. So we hope he's all right. At the top, that's Kelly. Kelly takes a hit. Ball on the ground, picked up by Daughters. And Daughters trying to go the other way. And he gets taken down. Flag does come out. That's going to go against the Wolves.
Looks like starting to get a little scrappy. 3 hits within the last 2 minutes. All big ones.
Nobody in the penalty box. Landon Wilson with it. Then up top to Bandel. Wilson loses it, picks it right back up. Switches to his left, then goes to Parker. Parker finds Sullivan, who puts it in. Great ball movement there from the Warriors. And a little shimmy from Bandel and Sullivan. The 11th goal of the evening for the Warriors, and we've just barely gotten started. Shane Fox on the face-off. I mean, if you're Coach Bobzine, when do you give out? When do you give in and put the backups in?
Yeah, it's a little difficult, especially in this situation, just because it's before halftime.
And you don't want to keep
plenty of time before halftime.
Right, you don't want to keep, just continuing to dominate, but you also, I mean, there's still plenty of time. Nick Parker in the crease finds Napalili. Napalili between the legs of Drew Place. And another goal for the Warriors, back to their 10-point lead. I believe we figured out it was, 10 or 12 points for the mercy rule, but it has to be after halftime. So we're not even close to there yet. This is looking like one of those games, though. I mean, Grandview coming into this, a really, really good team. They are 6-3, but they haven't had an easy schedule.
Yeah, going into this, I wasn't thinking it would be much of a blowout, I'd say, per se, this early in the game. But I guess never doubt the Warrior offense.
Nick Parker being triple teamed. And now a timeout called by White. So with 7 minutes and 17 seconds left in this first half, the Warriors with the 10-point lead. Been a rough night for the Grandview goalies. 12 goals. And, I mean, there haven't been a whole lot of shots on goal. They haven't made a lot of saves. It's the Warriors, it's so hard. They have such a good attack. I mean, their ball placement is really, really good. Got to hand it to the coaching staff of this Warrior lacrosse team. Every single season, they are a really solid program.
Numbers if they hurry for Grandview.
And they'll slow it down. That's Schultz. Substitutions on for the Wolves. Schultz had an open look. He'll take it. Bounces it off the turf. And Nick Pangborn just loses sight of it.
Unassisted Grandview goal, number 5, Cameron Schultz.
Griffin Maxwell out to take the face-off here. His second face-off of the night. Won his first. Ball still on the ground fighting for it. And Grandview does get it. Abita going in quickly, takes a shot. Good save from Pangborn. Picked up by Gilchrist. Gilchrist in transition. Gets it up to Milky. Ball on the ground, but Sawyer Sullivan easily scoops it up. Sullivan was looking for Milky. Mastro keeps it alive. Milky loses it again. And now an offsides called. Going quickly. Shot misses left. That was Cameron Schultz. Now Kelly. Kelly gets it into the middle and well defended by Nick Pangborn and company. Olney brings it up for White. Now Napalili with it. Olney will stay on. Bandel comes in. They might not need him though. Napalili around the crease and puts it bottom left. 13 points for number 3. Tyler Napalili, the Bryant commit. And face-off holding called, so goes as a win in Griffin Maxwell's stats sheet. Around the top, Sullivan with it, spins. And then just slows it down and goes to Nicholson up top, who gets it to Bandel. Mastro and Draus swap places. Mastro swim. And a good shot, but well defended by Place. Ball loose. And Napalili comes out with it. Napalili quickly to Bandel. Bandel backs off, then comes back in down the right alley. Loses it in the middle. Flags come out. And it's going to be against Grandview. Napalili with it. Over to Mastro. Mastro. bounces off the ground and in. The St. John's commit with his second goal of the evening. And with 4 minutes left in this second quarter, Warriors just continuing to pile it on.
Goal number 23, Luke Mastrogiovanni.
Mastro had a little bit of a slow start to the season, but he's really came into his own in the last few games.
Yeah, it kind of felt like it started last Wednesday when we saw him, and then Friday it just kept progressing, and especially moving to today.
Slashing, 1 minute.
And the slashing will put Thatcher Frank in the box for a minute. Nick Parker slowing it down. Sullivan. Mastro to Parker, then Sullivan. Parker. Warriors just moving it back and forth. Gets it in the middle. And Bandel had a good opportunity there. Wilson to Napalili. Loads up a big one. Parker. Too high. And Wilson, once again, into Napalili. Under 3 now.
Approaching the 2-minute mark since Grandview last had an offensive possession.
Napalili to Bandel. And I feel like that's really been the story this season for the Warriors. They just, in all these games, they dominate the time of possession. They just hold it and they pound on shots and shots and shots, and then they win the faceoff and pound on more shots. Like, there are quarters where there will be 10 minutes of the 12 minutes of the quarter that the Warriors control. It's really been a huge key to their season.
Yeah, especially you can't overlook guys like Dominic Franks and Shane Fox winning those faceoffs for them so they can start, like you said, Trey, those shots and goals and honestly where they're getting their wins from.
Yeah, such a dominant attack. I mean, we've seen it tonight, 14 points. Sullivan into the middle to Napalili. Napalili loses it. Sullivan finds it to Bandel. Mastro. I mean, even then, just as soon as the Wolves got it back, it was just right the other way. And now Warriors could possibly control it for the remainder of this half. Bandel with it. Bandel gets pushed up top. Then to Wilson. Wilson spins, loses it, picks it back up. Less than a minute here. Wilson makes some separation and misses. Looking for the top left corner. Now Napalili, good save from place. Scoops it up. And now the Wolves possibly with an opportunity to cut it to 10 heading into the locker room. 30 seconds. Got to move quickly. Ball loose, and Gilchrist scoops it up. And the long toss. Five seconds now. And neither team will likely get an opportunity here Pangborn rounds one up. Does it count? It does. Nick Parker right at the end of the half. The deep shot.
Good announcer's jinx, Trey. Got us an extra goal there.
Heck yeah. 12-point lead. So coming out of halftime, immediately we'll be into the mercy rule. The clock will run. What a half there for the Warriors. I mean, pretty much every player had an opportunity there on attack. Nick Parker with 4 goals, including that final one. But we will go into our halftime break. Thank you so much for joining us here on Arapahoe Sports Network. Your score, 15-3.
At the half, score. Warriors lead the Wolves 15-3. Tonight is a special night at Arapahoe. It is Faculty Appreciation Night. So stick around and we're going to appreciate some faculty. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you to kindly direct your attention to the field as the boys lacrosse team honors the faculty of Littleton Public Schools in the annual Faculty Appreciation Awards. This honor is given to faculty members who have made a lasting impact on the life of a senior Warrior lacrosse player during their time at Arapahoe High School, and is a testament to our faculty's outstanding dedication, hard work, and contributions to the Arapahoe community. We're thrilled to announce the recipients of this year's Faculty Appreciation Awards. First up is Sarah McGeorge, Science Department, honored by senior Garrett Rouse, number 24. Next up is Lindsay Wilmot, World Languages Department, honored by senior Jackson McGovern, number 35. Next is Linda Wood, Science Department, honored by senior Mitch Ehrenberg, number 17. Also, Miss Rhiannon Oberto, Sports Medicine at Epic Campus, honored by senior Max Mandel, number 2. Miss Chesney Collins, Language Arts Department, honored by senior Jensen Berry, number 11. Ms. Carla Thomas, Business and Entrepreneurship Program at Epic Campus, honored by Senior Nick Pangborn, number 1. Next up, Ms. Erin Grantham, Business Department, honored by Senior James Lindig, number 31. Mr. Brad Meyer, Social Studies Department, honored by Senior Gavin Barsa, number 5. Ms. Audra Binney, Language Arts Department, honored by Senior Ryan Schmidt, number 21. Ms. Katie Abner, Physical Education Department, honored by Senior Quinn Adamowski and presented by Jack Olney. Unable to attend tonight, Mr. Adam Schneiderman, Science Department, honored by Senior Radley Nance. Mr. Peter Gennard, Mathematics Department, honored by Senior Connor Gilchrist, number 27. Accepting the award on Mr. Jonnard's behalf is head coach Logan Bobzine. And Mr. Peter Wyrick, Social Studies Department, honored by seniors Nick Parker and Cade Sigafus. Accepting the award on Mr. Wyrick's behalf is Logan Bobzine. Congratulations to all the faculty members on your award. This honor is a small token of our student athletes' appreciation for your exceptional efforts. Please accept our heartfelt congratulations on this well-deserved recognition. Ladies and gentlemen, one last round of applause for the Arapahoe High School Faculty Appreciation Award winners.
24 more minutes yet to be played. And the Warriors with a substantial 12-point lead. It's a good word. Early on, Wolves win the face-off. Now, I do believe the clock does just run for the rest of this game.
Yeah, Warriors just pummeled Grandview offensively in the first half. Really no other way to put it. The shots just kept pouring on, and Drew Place could not handle really any of it, allowing the Warriors to score 15.
Nick Parker with 4.
Yeah, Parker with 4. They scored, 9 alone in the first quarter.
I believe Sullivan 2, Mastro 2. And now we got some new players in. Gonna have to pull my roster back out here.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see, as this half goes on, a slow sprinkle in of the subs.
Ryan Schmidt with it. Then he goes over to Napalili, who is still on. Colin Milkey. Big shot. Good save, though. Jensen Berry loaded that one up. Now Place gets it. And now stolen back by the Warriors. The long stick. Milkey misses high.
And Warriors, with their next goal, would bypass the amount they put up in their last game. Last game, the final was exactly how it is right now, 15-3.
Against Denver South. Schmidt fighting for it. And now Whistle. And Warriors keep possession. The clock is just running. Jude Sherbert. Flag comes out. Barry with it. Barry sneaking through. Picked up by Milkey. Sullivan and Napalili still on for the Warriors. Now they do bring out their starting lineup. That's Mastro, Parker, Bandel, and Wilson back on the field.
Foul will go on number 17. Hayden Roaring called for the slash.
Nick Parker to Sullivan. Sullivan's shot tipped. Another substitution. This time it's the Wolves. And Trevor Dawes runs on. Parker to Sullivan. And Sullivan's pass to Wilson is dropped. Scooped back up quickly. Parker. Mastro thought about it, then goes to Napalili. Parker gets it into Wilson. And the connection between those two with their second goal of the night. Saw that for the first goal, or excuse me, the second goal of the game, which was very similar. Parker, the long pass over to Wilson, who just got wide open right in front of the goalie's face. Now Jackson Westcott runs on the field. He'll take over in goal in replace of the senior Nick Pangborn.
Trey, correct me if I get this wrong, but Westcott, the Stevens Institute of Technology commit?
Yep.
New York. It's a handful to say.
Also had a goal 2 games ago against Cherokee Trail, believe it or not.
Yeah, that was a fun goal to watch. Ran pretty much the whole field, scored.
Ball stolen again by the Warriors. This time it's Napa Lily. I mean, the Wolves, they just can't even move it in transition. Only up top slows it down. Now Sullivan. Barry comes on for Olney. And now Sandoval also on. Barry. Schmidt. Then Barry. Halfway through this third quarter again, the clock will continue to run. Warriors back with most of their starters off of the field, at least on the attack. And Warriors thought that was a goal from Napa Lily. The refs don't agree.
To me, it looked like the net moved. Maybe I'm just going crazy.
There was a similar one to that in the game against Jay Sarah, which kind of same thing. The Jay Sarah players thought it was a goal, but again, the refs just didn't whistle it. Jensen Berry into the middle. Sullivan, good save from place.
Warriors have gone through the legs of place a couple times tonight.
Yeah, and that is not a shot you'll see Sullivan miss a lot of times. I mean, he didn't really miss, but really well defended by the Grandview goalie. Now an open shot for Grandview. Kelly tried to go high with it. Tried to jump up in the air.
Yeah, Kelly, I said, well, we'd be hearing his name a lot at the beginning of this one. Really, he hasn't done a whole lot. Warriors doing a good job of stopping him. The Rutgers commit.
Of course, right as you say that up. I don't know if you saw that pass.
Yeah,
but
yeah. I quickly realized I should shut up as soon as I.
Kelly averaging 3.5 goals a game. And he is scoreless tonight against the Warriors. So, like Mason said, shout out to the defense. Now Daughters, the long stick, will throw it into Pangborn. Pangborn, oh, excuse me, that's Westcott. Daughters back to Westcott. Westcott loses it. Kept it for a little too long. Wolves have numbers. And now they'll slow it down again. Up top, Laska. And now Abita fakes the pass, then goes to the X. Good save from Westcott. Now dumps it off to Daughters. Daughters to Drouse. And Warriors in transition. I've jinxed it there. Bad pass, and now the Wolves come away with it. Quickly controlled by Daughters. Now he's on the offensive. Daughters will stay on. Sandoval with it. Then over to Schmidt. It's good to see some of the younger guys get minutes here. I mean, this will be a lot of players in your starting lineup next season. Couple key graduates for the Warriors. Of course, Nick Parker, the big name. Ryan Schmidt. Shot saved by Place. Ball on the ground. And still finally controlled by the Wolves. And Place gets it up. Now 20 seconds left here in the third quarter. Neither team playing really with much to lose. This one pretty much decided here. Kind of felt like it was decided in that, honestly, first quarter.
Yeah, once they hit 6-1, it was kind of like this game might be going in the direction we think it's going. But that will be the end of the third. We'll step away for a quick minute. Warriors 16-3.
Quarter, facing off for the Wolves is number 34, Zent Carson. And for the Warriors, number 31, James Lindig.
James Lindig getting a face-off in. 12 minutes remaining in this contest. Clock will run for the remainder unless a stoppage happens, in which that would be a timeout or an injury. Warriors going to go push their record to 9-1. And this season started with a tough loss against Regis as we get a shot put in the back of the net. And I believe that is Mason Kelly, the man himself, Rutgers commit. But as I was saying, this season started not how you want to start a season.
Yeah, I mean, you had the Rock Canyon game get delayed, kind of your start of the season game with an easier team, and then you got thrown in right into the #1 team in Colorado. It's Regis losing that one, but ever since, be a 9-game win streak once tonight goes final.
And that game, they did keep it close with Regis the whole time. I believe the final was 9-7. And I've spoken to the players, and they truly believe that if they played Regis right now, that they could beat them. This team has improved a lot, even in this short season we've had, which is just a few months. But
yeah, I agree, Trey. We've seen them improve. We've seen the defense. We've seen the offense, especially shots put on goal. It would be definitely a fun game to watch.
yeah, I think in the Regis game, the thing I noticed, the ground balls, the easy
simple
things,
things, yeah.
the simple things, the Warriors kind of struggled a bit with. But since that game, I mean, it's really put them in a mood. They want to win every single game. They want to dominate from the first second to the last second. Relentless, I think, is a good word to describe how this team is playing the last 9 games. But, yeah, defense was a struggle in that game against Regis. But since that game, I mean, this defense has really, really locked in.
Timeout, Grandview.
Tonight they've played fantastic. I mean, anytime you've seen the Wolves get on the other side of the field, it's with like the snap of your finger, the Connor Gilchrist or Alec Daughters or somebody has gotten it right back.
Yeah, someone's there.
And they've been smooth in transition. It's just a really, really clean team play happening.
Yeah, Warriors' next game be Friday at Denver East. We won't be streaming that one, but next game we will be is next Wednesday.
Denver East, the 17th ranked team in the state of Colorado. Quick note on that game, that Friday, this upcoming Friday, ASN's 5th birthday. 5 years of Arapahoe Sports Network. So a quick shout out to anyone listening to this. I mean, it's been a long run, 5 years. I just started 3 years ago. It felt like it was yesterday, but ASN, such a huge opportunity for myself and Mason and all of you watching. If this is your first broadcast, if this is your 100th, if you've watched for all 5 years, we appreciate you. We wouldn't be able to do it without you guys. So,
And next game that we'll stream, the 22nd, next Wednesday, Colorado Academy.
that's another really good game.
Yeah, same time, same place.
Colorado Academy, the 16th team in Colorado.
Grandview's next game is also on Friday if you're a Grandview fan, Cherokee Trail. Saw the Warriors take on Cherokee Trail last Friday.
Number 3, Mason Kelly.
Kelly with a shot on goal. Warriors losing it in transition there.
And another goal for Grandview. Mason Kelly again.
Grandview goal.
Back-to-back goals.
Mason Kelly.
Kelly was silent in the first half. Shown up here in the fourth quarter. It doesn't quite matter, but still the Brownie points. Something to look back at and maybe be happy about in the film. Quick face-off win. That's James Lindig taking face-offs for the Warriors. Warrior defense able to get it back. Bad pass from the goalie. Luckily, Westcott, or not the goalie, bad pass from the long stick. Luckily, Westcott able to control it in the air. And now Westcott long pass. And another turnover. Wolves going the other way. Thatcher Frank to Kelly. Kelly at the X. Halfway through the fourth quarter. Good defense from the long pole. You heard the crowd pop. They love it. Westcott loses a glove. Tried to keep running with it. Ref whistles it.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to take that one to the house.
That was Sully Wilmot, the junior. I'm not sure if he's even gotten minutes this year on varsity. That was him with the big defensive play there. Now Sandoval. Sandoval at the 40. Excuse me, that's Sherbert. Back to the X. Now over to Sandoval. Schmidt spins, had a look, but will go up to Sandoval. Sandoval spins around, misses, picked up by the Warriors. That's Schmidt. And now pass over to Sherbert. Sherbert not able to keep it alive. Under 4. And we're just watching this time tick away. 10 games into the season now. Warriors continuing to make their case as one of the best teams in the state. And this one was certainly a statement. Into the middle, Westcott with a save. The Stevens Institute of Technology in New York. Kelly passes back to the X, into the middle, and another good save from Westcott. That is a difficult one. Had to get his head all the way over to the opposite side of the field. Shot too high. It was Will Oliver who tried to put that one back. Warriors moving it quickly down the field. Sherbert loses it. Excuse me, that's Nicholson. And another turnover, Wolves going the other way. Back to the goalie. And over to the long pole. Good hit at the back of the stick. Knocks that one out. It was Sherbert. Offsides called on the Warriors. And a technical foul called on Jackson McGovern.
Number 35, Jackson McGovern. Offside, 30 seconds.
He'll spend 30 seconds. Wolves with a shot and in. That's Jack Callan.
Grandview goal. Number 2, Jack Callan.
And that will pretty much do it here. 30 seconds now. We'll have one last face-off. Or maybe we won't. No, there goes James Lindig.
Maybe a slower than usual jog. As time will tick out, Warriors 9-1.
Yeah, I'm not sure they'll even drop the ball here. And they won't. Well, that will do it. 16-6, double-digit win for the Warriors. They'll run out to their goalie. Jackson Westcott came up with a couple saves at the end. Nick Pangborn, though, in there for the first half, and he had a great night as well.
Safe trip home tonight. Thanks for coming out.
So thank you for joining us here on Arapahoe Sports Network. Again, this Friday, the 5th year of ASN, 5th birthday. But thank you all for joining us here tonight. I've been Trey Larson. I was joined alongside Mason Lanier. And the Warriors take a staggering 16-6 win over the Grandview Wolves. We will see you a week from now, next Wednesday, as the Warriors take on Colorado Academy. Have a great night, everyone. And as always, let's go Warriors.